Hi, welcome to Gonzaga University's How to Apply to Gonzaga as a Transfer Student webinar. This is a recording and we hope it's useful for you today. Let's begin with some introductions.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on this recording. My name is Lindsay Spencer, and I'm the Transfer Admission Counselor for the Office of Undergraduate Admission for Gonzaga. I specifically work with our domestic transfer students, and I've been working with our office for over 5 years now. I'm incredibly passionate about helping students transfer to our wonderful university. I'll pass the mic to my wonderful colleague, Teresa.
Hi again, my name's Teresa and I work with international first year and transfer students as well as US citizens living outside the US. I was a transfer student myself and I came to Gonzaga as a graduate student. I've been working here for over 7 years now and I love working with prospective students and families. We're thrilled to be here with you on this recording. Before we get into the details, I'm going to start by giving you an overview of today's agenda. We're going to start by sharing a short introduction to Gonzaga University for those of you who might be engaging with us for the first time. Then we'll dive in to talk about transfer admission requirements and processes. We'll talk about financial aid and scholarship opportunities, and then we'll review our transfer credit policies. Transfer credit tends to generate a lot of questions from students, so we'll give you an overview of what that process looks like. And lastly, we'll talk about support available to students at Gonzaga.
First things first, let's give an overview of GU. So Gonzaga University is a private liberal arts humanistic Catholic university, specifically rooted in the Jesuit tradition. If you're unfamiliar, the Jesuit order is known for its emphases on high quality education, on servant leadership, and on social justice. Jesuit education is also known for being holistic, leaning into the concept of cura personalis, which means care for the whole person. GU provides a distinctive education rooted in our mission, providing students with academic excellence, leadership development, and opportunities to become people for and with others. There's some great stats on this slide that show some of Gonzaga's story. We have just over 5,000 undergraduate students. We could like to give the context that our university has about 7,000 students in total, which means that we're primarily an undergrad institution, giving our students first access to internships, faculty office hours, research opportunities, and leadership growth.
You'll also see the greater Spokane population. It's not only important for you to consider the university you're applying to, but also the city it resides in. Spokane is the perfect blend of rural and urban. Gonzaga is a 10-minute walk to downtown, giving great access to a thriving small business community, excellent dining, a booming arts scene, and nationally recognized events. At the same time, students have access to the outdoors, including multiple ski and snowboard resorts in the vicinity, many biking and hiking trails, river and lake access, and active Gonzaga outdoors programming. We'll discuss financial aid later, but you can see the average financial aid package for transfer students here as well.
95% of our graduates are successful upon graduating, including being in the workforce, in graduate school, in the military, and in service positions. And 82% of our students come from over 200 miles away, meaning our students are actively engaging in campus life all 7 days of the week. Some other fast facts for you. First, our average class size sits at 22, meaning students have easy access to professors. You can also see that we have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Our professors teach 100% of our classes, so that means you won't be taught by a graduate student. And our professors are choosing to teach at an institution like Gonzaga because they want to build mentoring relationships with students. We're also in the top 15 in the nation for best undergraduate teaching. Our individual programs also consistently rank in the top 100 in the nation.
32 faith backgrounds are represented on campus. About a third of our students identify as Catholic, and faith life here at Gonzaga is an invitation, not an obligation. Our mission and ministry team works to serve students of all faith backgrounds. And finally, we have over 120 clubs and organizations at Gonzaga, making it easy to engage with campus life and other students.
Next, we want to highlight our admission deadlines for transfer students. So the deadlines on the screen are for transfer students specifically. That means not first year students who have college credit. For fall, March 1st is our priority deadline and June 1st is our final deadline. For spring, the application deadline is November 15th. All of these deadlines you can apply at gonzaga.edu/transfer app.
International students applying to Gonzaga have a couple of options for admission. One is to apply through our standard process using the dates, deadlines, and application requirements we're sharing information about in this presentation. There's also an option to apply through the Gonzaga Global Partnership, which offers extended deadlines and a process that's a little bit more streamlined. You can learn more at global.gonzaga.edu.
Like I said, please note that transfer students are students who have completed college credit after high school graduation. So if you're completing college credit before earning your high school diploma, you are considered a first year student with college credit. You follow first year deadlines, but you get all the benefits of college credit. If you've been out of high school for some time but haven't completed college coursework yet or in a while, we will recommend recent academic coursework prior to starting your transfer process. So again, as we talk about required materials, these materials here are centered around our transfer students, not first year students with college credits. So here's a full list of our required materials. All applications for Gonzaga are considered under a holistic review process. All students will need to submit their transfer application, including a personal statement for why you're considering transferring to Gonzaga and your resume or an activities list. There's also an application fee, though I will note there are application fee waivers available. Next, we have a form that is unique to Gonzaga, the Transfer College Report. You'll have this completed by your most recent or your current institution's registrar or student affairs team. It ensures that you are in good standing at your current institution. And then, of course, we require official college transcripts from every institution you've attended. Please note that this includes any and all college coursework, even if it was completed while you were in high school or a long time ago. If you have 30 or more semester credits, or if you go to an institution with a quarter system, 45 or more quarter credits, that's the end of your materials list. However, if you have less than 30 semester credits or 45 quarter credits completed, we will review your application using our first year admission guidelines. So we will also need your high school transcript. This allows us to see a more complete picture of your academic performance. If you struggled in high school, we understand. We just recommend aiming for at least 30 semester or 45 quarter credits for students who have less than a 3.2 unweighted high school GPA. We're happy to have one-on-one conversations about this if this is a concern or question for you. If you have been out of high school for over 4 years, we also recommend completing at least 30 semester credits or 45 quarter credits. If you're under 30 semester credit or 45 quarter credits, you're also welcome to submit ACT or SAT scores. However, this is completely optional. If you're interested in learning more about whether your scores will benefit your application, please contact our office and we can discuss that more in detail. We can also help you determine how well it partners with your GPAs.
Application requirements for international students are similar. We request that you provide evidence of English proficiency and a passport copy in addition to the materials outlined on the left side of the screen. Transfer applicants with 2 or more years of academic college coursework taken at a U.S. institution of higher education can meet the English proficiency requirement with coursework. That would be a combination of English composition and/or speech classes with a 3.0 or B or better. This will automatically meet the requirement. We also accept a variety of English proficiency exams such as TOEFL, IELTS, ITEP, and Duolingo. We do offer an English proficiency waiver as well, and we encourage you to reach out to us if you believe you might qualify for a waiver. You can learn more about some of the options available for meeting English proficiency requirements on our website, gonzaga.edu/international.
Next, let's talk about our admission guidelines. For students who have under 30 semester, or like I said previously, 45 quarter credits, we require a 3.2 or higher unweighted high school GPA and successful college performance, meaning a 2.7 or higher GPA in both the cumulative and the most recent term GPAs. We'll also look for all past classes, that's a C or higher, in your most recent term. We also require good standing at your institution. Like I said earlier, test scores are completely optional. For students who are over the 30-45 threshold, a 2.7 GPA is required in both your most recent term and cumulatively. We'll also look for all past classes, again, C or higher, in that most recent term. You also must have good standing at your current institution. It's important to note that all majors except for nursing are available to our transfer population. You can see our full list of programs at gonzaga.edu/programs.
Our College of Arts and Sciences includes programs in humanities, social sciences, natural sciences, and the arts. Our School of Business includes business, accounting, and economics. Our School of Engineering and Applied Science includes computer science, data science, and our engineering majors. Our School of Health Sciences includes human physiology and public health. And our School of Education includes those looking to be educators, including elementary education, secondary education, and special education. And finally, our sport management and kinesiology programs.
Next, let's talk about financial aid. So, we have some amazing colleagues in financial aid who will help put together a financial aid package for you upon admission. If you have questions about your package, our financial aid team is happy to meet in person, via Zoom, or over the phone. You could visit gonzaga.edu/financial aid to set this up.
There are many different types of financial aid. First, all transfer applicants are evaluated for merit scholarship. This is based on your application strength and your GPA. We also have a transfer opportunity scholarship for transfer students and a global diversity scholarship for international students. These scholarships do not require a separate application. They're evaluated internally and are awarded based on admission application strength, financial need, and academic performance. And then next we have the Phi Theta Kappa Scholarship. For those of you in the community college, if you participate in Phi Theta Kappa for at least a year, you'll be awarded an automatic $3,000 a year. So if you're invited to join PTK, we recommend doing it. To see all scholarship opportunities, please visit gonzaga.edu/scholarships.
We also do need-based aid. So this is awarded based off of your FAFSA. If you and your family identify as undocumented, we encourage you to use the WAFSA if you live in Washington State, or to use GU's needs analysis form if you live out of state.
There are two main types of need-based aid: government-funded and Gonzaga grants. Government-funded can include grants, which you don't need to pay back, work study, which allows you to work on campus, and loans, which you do need to pay back, but often government-funded loans are lower interest and have better benefits. Gonzaga grants, on the other hand, are awarded if Gonzaga is able to support students with additional financial need. These do not need to be paid back since they're grants. We also support military-connected education benefits. We have a great team who can help you decipher and fulfill your VA benefits. And for additional questions about this, we recommend reaching out to our VA benefits team. This is their email: vabenefits@gonzaga.edu.
Students are also always welcome to pursue outside scholarships. We actually have an external scholarship database available for students on our scholarships webpage. Students are also able to work during their time at Gonzaga, either on campus, through work study, or off campus. I do want to quick pause and note that students who have already earned a bachelor's degree or higher, we call you post-bac students, are only eligible for government-funded aid, outside scholarships, and self-help aid.
International transfer applicants are eligible for the same merit-based scholarships as all other students, and these will be your main source of Gonzaga-provided funding. In addition to merit scholarships, you may also be eligible for additional Gonzaga scholarships, such as the Transfer Opportunity Scholarship that was already mentioned, PTK, Global Diversity, or you can search for external scholarships. You'll also be eligible to work part-time on campus and off campus while participating in programs such as curricular practical training or CPT and optional practical training or OPT.
Next, let's talk through our transfer credit policies. Here is a brief summary of the timeline. Students, of course, first must apply to Gonzaga, turning in all college transcripts and required materials. From there, we hope that you receive a positive admission decision. After that, all of your potentially transferable coursework's course descriptions and, if needed, syllabi are reviewed for possible Gonzaga equivalencies. Then you will receive a laid out transfer credit report via email.
For students who've taken college coursework outside the US, we'll request that you submit a course-by-course evaluation done by a NACES affiliated company, in addition to course syllabi with English translations. The course-by-course evaluation will help us determine the transferability of your coursework, and the syllabi will help Gonzaga faculty review for and determine Gonzaga equivalencies.
For coursework to be transferable to Gonzaga, it must be from a U.S. regionally accredited institution or a recognized non-U.S. institution. It must be academic in nature, and you must earn a grade of a 2.0 or higher, or a C or higher. We also accept AP, IB, and Cambridge credits, along with up to 25 elective credits for military credit through a JST. You can also see a full list of our articulation agreements we have with Arizona State, California State, Idaho State, Oregon State, and Washington State. Please feel free to pause this video to read the full list on the right. If you hold one of these approved associate's degrees, you wipe out all of our core curriculum except for a couple seminars, some philosophy coursework, a religious studies course, and a math course. All in all, this is a really great pathway for our transfer students. Also, if you're a post-bac student, remember that's a student who's already earned their bachelor's degree or higher. You also benefit from this same policy. If you don't have one of those approved associate's degrees, please don't worry. You still have some great credit waivers available to you. So if you are a student coming in with 30 or more semester credits, your foreign language requirement is waived. The foreign language requirement only applies to our College of Arts and Sciences majors. With 45 or more semester credits, you waive the language requirement along with our World Comparative Religious Studies course, 3 writing designated credits, and 3 course designated credits. If you're coming in with 60 or more semester credits, you also waive the language requirement, World Comparative Religious Studies course, along with all 18 of our core designated credits. Some more information on these policies. If you have courses that could possibly apply to a major, a minor, or a concentration, we will require you to turn in your syllabi from those courses. Additional syllabi from other courses may be requested as well. GU faculty, after those are turned in, will then evaluate to see if your credit is equivalent to GU coursework. All other coursework will be evaluated with course descriptions by the Office of Admission.
Coursework taken at institutions outside the US also goes through a syllabi review process. Award of credit is determined by review of the NACES affiliated evaluation I mentioned earlier in conjunction with Gonzaga faculty review.
So, a lot of information, we know. If you leave this webinar recording with nothing else, Gonzaga University is a welcoming and supportive institution from admission through student life all the way to graduation. We have some great offices on campus ready to support students. So, first, I want to highlight we have our Transfer Student Lounge along with the Maverick. These offices exist to serve transfer, military, and returning adult students, providing programming and community for these students.
International Student and Scholar Services within the Center for Global Engagement provides a variety of support services and a sort of home away from home for international students. There's a study space on the second floor of their office that's open and available to all Gonzaga students. International students will have a dedicated international student advisor, attend an orientation for international students, and receive support in maintaining your immigration status throughout your time as a student. ISSS also hosts workshops to support students in submitting their taxes and applying for programs like curricular practical training and optional practical training, which, as I mentioned earlier, allow you to gain work experience related to your major.
We also have a Unity Multicultural Education Center. We call it the UMEC for short, and our Lincoln LGBTQ Plus Center. They provide a safe space to our traditionally underrepresented students while also providing educational opportunities for the entire campus community. We also have our Office of Tribal Relations that serves our Native students and community as well. Our university ministry team is available to serve students of all faith and spiritual backgrounds. They are available for one-on-one advising, for helping find a faith community on campus and or in the Spokane area, and for interfaith events and activities on campus as well.
The the Center for Academic Success includes our academic advising team, our tutoring and writing centers, and our disability access team. Our Center for Cura Personalis is a team of caseworkers available to help students identify resources both on and off campus. And like we said earlier, Cura Personalis means care for the whole person. So they will help you identify resources for physical, academic, spiritual, emotional, or mental needs. And lastly, our health and counseling team is available for minor medical appointments, counseling sessions, and therapy groups.
We have a lot of great admission webinars throughout the fall and spring during the school year, so we hope that you get to register for a future event, whether a future transfer event or a more generalized Gonzaga event.
We'd love to continue connecting with you. We have campus tours and preview days on campus. We also offer both virtual and in-person information sessions, admission meetings, financial aid meetings, and faculty interactions. You can check out our visit options at gonzaga.edu/visit. Thank you all for joining us today. We really appreciate the time that you've given to watch this webinar, and we hope it's been informative for you. Please, please, please don't hesitate to reach out if any questions or concerns come up. Our contact information is on the screen, and we look forward to partnering with you on your transfer journey.
And I will just echo what Teresa said. Thank you so much for watching this recording. Please reach out to us with any questions, and best wishes to you as you find your next steps in college. Thanks all. Have a great rest of your day. I will shut this down now.